You're returning to the role of Hercules after originating it in New Jersey, but this
Yes.
time, this is now going to be your West End. Well, this is your West End debut. How has it been performing Hercules in London?
It's been beautiful. The show has been running a little over a year now, so it's a really well-oiled machine. It's been fantastic because I joined the show and I was met with such beautiful energy from the company and from all the resident directors and choreographers and from the West End audience too. Has been a beautiful, warm welcome. I My first performance here for the production was actually West End Live, which was such a treat because as you know, it's a free outdoor experience for Londoners, for West End theater lovers. I got to sing Go the Distance and a duet with Meg, and to just feel that audience energy of excitement when they heard Go the Distance and how they met me was just a beautiful welcome to London, to the West End, and doing the show has been a joy. The show is a buoyant joy bomb of excitement and of energy, but also it's a story of great heart and great humanity. And to be able to do that, it requires me to be in a space where I go on stage and just have to open up my heart and give it out to the audience. And you just hope that it's received with love back in return. And it's been only that. So it's been a real joy.
I can imagine that everyone is giving you all the love. I saw like the first day of previews, so I'm sure
Mhm.
it's possibly transformed dramatically in that whole year. But I remember everyone was going wild. Just the moment Hercules enters on the stage, everyone is like fanning. I can imagine you're getting all the
Yeah,
love, which is nice.
yeah, yeah. A lot of love.
Have you discovered anything new about playing Hercules this time around in London, or even about yourself that you didn't the first time around?
Oh, absolutely. I've been a part of Hercules for a long time. My journey started in 2021, developing the show, which eventually became the production. It was in New Jersey. And then I was a part of the development of the production when it was getting ready to come here to London. And I've changed so much as an actor and as a human being over the course of those years. A lot of life has happened. So what I've discovered in playing Hercules this time is that he is what makes it fun to play is that he is a guy. He's a guy. He's a dude who is trying to figure out not only where he belongs in the world, but also I think he's at a place of those growing pains of what happens when you leave your nest, leave the family home and go on your own, whether it be to college or whether it be a year abroad, whatever it might be. Hercules is in that state. And that state comes with a lot of bravado, right? You have moments where the ego is huge, but where also the ego was cut down many levels due to whether it be a heartbreak or whether it be to a disappointment and a job not going through or an assignment that you didn't get a high grade on. For Hercules this round, to me, I'm really seeing that sort of leaving the nest young, eager, but also like a full guy who's aware of the world, aware how the world sees him, and he's aware of girls. He's aware of his desire. He's aware of his ego in a new way. And that's something that I found feels different this time around than in previous versions. And I think that's for the better because we're really showing, or at least I'm really trying to show you a full human being. And that full human being is a young man. And a young man who's at that age in life, between the ages of, I would say, 18 to 20, you are figuring a lot of stuff out and trial and error. And it feels fun to play that, to to have those moments where, he's always optimistic, but there's places in the show where he feels incredible attraction and desire towards Meg. That
Mm.
feeling of your heart just pounding out of your chest because you just seen someone that's knocked you off of your feet. You also get to experience him when he has become what he thinks a hero is. And that's kind of what I think what he equates a hero to being a star, sort of like, right? Being famous. And in a world and time where we definitely are constantly dealing and navigating with what fame means and what fame feels like, especially due to social media, Instagram, TikTok, what have you. Um, it's fun to play someone who has this false idea of hero or of fame, and that fame equates to hero. He
Mm.
has to learn that that's not what it is. He has to keep learning what it is to be a hero. And what he finds is that being a hero actually is being good and being kind and being aware of your place in the world and what you have the ability to do with your place in the world. That's heroism. So playing it this time around, giving him just that bravado of that dude who's figuring it out, that young guy, has been so fun.
It's almost like reliving being like an older teen again, but just in somebody else's shoes.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Playing Hercules is incredibly demanding. What's something audiences probably don't realize about what it takes to step into his sandals? 8 shows a week, I believe, is how many you do, right?
Yes, 8 shows a week, Sammy and I do. And what people wouldn't realize is, of course, people always talk to me about the singing, right? You think about 8 shows a week, a musical. I'm doing a lot of singing, go the distance, big songs, big long held notes, which I love, which is, has its level of challenges and upkeep and warm up, and you have to take care of your voice. But what you don't realize playing Hercules is that it hurts. Heroes fall quite a bit. I fall quite a bit in the show. I'm jumping off of things. And by the time you get to that 8th show of the week, or by the time you finish that 2 show day, the body feels as if it's not the same sort of pain you would feel if, or soreness you would feel if, you've been dancing in a musical. It's the kind of pain where I said to my dresser the other day, I was like, I feel like I've been put in a boxing ring and have just been thrown around, or like whiplashed in a car. Like the muscles are sore, the body is tired because I've taken a lot of hits. I've taken a lot of tumbles. Heroes have to fall to get back up to become the hero. So it's kind of sore. It's kind of painful. You wouldn't know that. And I hope that when you watch the show, you don't think that, right? Because my job is to make it look fresh and new and like it's happening for the first time, and that it brings my body no pain at all. But in the reality, it brings it a little bit.
You know what? I would never have thought about it ever, about the pain, of course, and just the fact that you're going to be falling and all the stunts that you've got to do. I mean, you're right. To us all in the audience, we're not going to think at all that this is like the 10th time that you've had to do it. We'll think this is a brand new fall.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I can imagine it. You must go home feeling pretty sore after eight
yeah.
shows. Oh,
Imagine that 8th show, you fall, I fall on my right side. That right hip is taking the same fall 8 times that week. It hurts.
yeah. Hats off to you. Bradley, so many people grew up with Hercules. It is like a home favorite. Did Disney play a big part in your childhood? And what does it mean to now be leading one of the most iconic stories on stage?
I was definitely a Disney kid. I grew up in what they call the Disney Renaissance, right? So I was around for that period of time of movies from The Little Mermaid through, I would say, by the time I kind of grew out of being addicted to the animated films was around Tarzan, I would say. So that whole period of time, I was there. I was in the movie theater when they came out. The weekend they came out, I had to see it. I had to have the VHS. My Beauty and the Beast meant so much to me, and I loved it so much that I broke 3 VHS tapes. If anyone listening remembers VHS tapes, I went through 3. I played Beauty and the Beast so many times that we had to keep getting new ones. So I was a Disney kid, and I was right there in the movie theater when the Lion King came out. I was right in the movie theater when Hercules came out. And I remember watching Hercules, and it was special to me in the same way that Aladdin is special to me, because he's a Disney prince, a Disney hero. It's not a princess story. The lead is not a princess. It's a young man who's on a journey, on an adventure to find himself, to fall in love, to understand himself. And I saw a little bit of myself in there. But what makes this opportunity to play Hercules so special to me is because even though I saw a little bit of myself in the character, right, in that journey and in that role, I didn't see myself, right? It was not an image that looked like me. But now I get to play this role, and it's a quite deep nuance of the story when my black body is on stage playing this character. I think that the story does not change, the lines do not change, but I think it becomes a heightened awareness to everyone sitting in the audience, young and old, to have this story told through and on my body because I can only come to it from my own personal experiences, right? My own personal experience of feeling unwanted, my own personal experiences of bullying, of feeling like I don't know where I belong. So, and that's from my black perspective, my African American point of view, which I think informs the show greatly. And it means a lot to me to know that this opportunity is giving a stage to someone that looks like me, that this story is giving the stage to someone who looks like me because it makes it far bigger than me, right? And I think often as actors, it's you have to be, thinking about yourself, right? It's a very selfish job. It's a very selfish ambition, right? You have to think about yourself. You're serving yourself to get the jobs and opportunities. But this job is a little bit different because I've always looked at it from a place and an intention that was far bigger than myself. Because when you do a Disney show, a Disney property, you know that the reach is very, very vast. You know that the show is going to reach children, reach adults, reach all genders, all races, all people. And it's probably going to be done all over the world. And I keep going back to my younger self and how much it would have meant to me to see me on stage in this show and how much it means to me to know that now in musical theater canon, that had a bit of, I've done a little bit of service into giving us something, right? I remember being a young student in college for musical theater and, having to really scour to find songs that felt right or convince fellow students or teachers that I could sing this song or I could play this role. So to know that a young black student can go and pick up the music to Hercules and pick up Go the Distance and not have to convince a professor or convince their friends that they can sing this song and that they could play this role, that means so much to me. It means more than anything, really. I think, I could say, sure, like I have list of things I want to achieve, and I would love to be nominated for this or that or get this sort of recognition, but it means so much to me.
It's so important, actually. I mean, means so much to so many people, I think. I mean, when I saw the poster, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to rewatch Hercules now. I was like, right, I'm taking my nieces to go and watch it because instantly I knew that it changes the story in the sense that it now is a character that looks like somebody that can represent me, can represent friends and family. I think that's important. I think it's also important watching theatre where it proves that you don't have to be a certain way to be a character. We should all have that same opportunity. And especially like, Disney characters, they're fictional. So I think it's really
Yes.
important that we can see, everyone gets a chance to see themselves in Disney characters because they are magical and they are superheroes. So it's only fair that every child should be able to see their superhero and every adult should see their superhero on stage that looks like them. So I think it is such a brilliant thing to know that you are playing Hercules. And I think especially London is such a boiling pot of all ethnicities. So
Yes.
many people will come and watch this and be like, oh my gosh, I finally can see myself. I can finally be Hercules. And
Yes.
I think that's a really special thing.
And also showing people that don't look like me that a superhero and a Disney character and a hero can look not like them, that can look like so many things, right? It's so important. That's why I think the job is so much bigger than me because Disney shows are often people, especially young people's first experience of the theater. So no matter what race a child is, to come in and see my black body on stage playing Hercules, it meant so much to me. My first show, my very first show, There's a part in the show where I sing Go the Distance, and we immediately go into the temple scene where he speaks to Zeus and Hera. And I'm on my knees and I'm praying to the gods, and I say, please tell me who I am. And I heard a little kid in the audience go, you're Hercules. That means so much to me. It means everything to me. Because, yes, I am Hercules. And yes, I don't know what that young child looked like, but they weren't seeing color, they weren't seeing race, they were just seeing Hercules. And they were enveloped in the story of Hercules and this tale of finding your inner strength and finding your heart and giving your heart and believing in yourself. And that holds no race, no gender, no nothing. It holds nothing. It just holds truth.
Talking about that song, I Can Go Distance, is most probably one of my favorite Disney songs of all time. It's so good. Is there a particular scene or musical song in Hercules that you look forward to either performing or hearing each night?
I know it's the easy answer, but I gotta say go the distance because even when I'm on the eighth show and I'm vocally tired and I might not be at my strongest, I always desire singing the song and I always desire telling the story that comes out of that song. I I feel that that's the moment in the show where, prior to that song and prior to that scene in the house with his Earth Mother Despina, everything's been bright and fast and loud and upbeat. And it's the first time it slows down and it gets quiet. And you see this small scene between a young man and his mother. And you can feel the energy in the room change when those opening chords of Go the Distance starts because we all love it. It's a beloved, Oscar nominated, brilliant song written by Alan Menken and David Zippel. And we all have a connection to it, whether as a child who's watching the movie now or whether it be because we grew up with it. We all have a deep connection with it, including myself. So I always look forward to singing that song, always.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's such a good song. What do you hope audiences take away from Hercules after spending an evening in his world?
I hope audiences take away the exact message of that song. I hope they feel that they can go the distance. And I hope that they feel joyous, right? The show ends with confetti being blasted out to the audience. And the stage is in full lights and spectacular. We're all in gold. And I hope that you leave the theater with a huge smile on your face, that you left entertained, but there's also a little quiet message in your heart that says, hey, I can do it. I don't know what that is you're trying to do, but I can do it. I can carry on. I can go the distance. And I can do it all through joy and all through kindness, right? I think Hercules represents also a person who gets far in life by understanding the importance of kindness, right? I was raised to understand the difference between being nice and being kind, right? Being nice is a whole different thing. Being nice requires a lot of smiles and a lot of maybe, maybe you're forced to be nice when you're not really feeling nice. But being kind is a very neutral act. Everyone deserves kindness. No matter if you were going through a dark time or a positive time, a bad day, a good day, you can meet every human you come in contact with kindness. It's very neutral. It's very easy. And Hercules represents kindness as well. And I hope that we're infusing that audience of people at the Royal Drury Lane with joy, the desire to be kind, and also the desire to go the distance for whatever they want to do.
I love that, and I agree. Everyone deserves lots of kindness, but even sprinkles of kindness along their way is needed, especially in every day, to be honest.
Yes, yes, yes.
So my little game for you is called The Gods Have Spoken. And
Okay.
so the gods have spoken and they've given you a series of mythical dilemmas. There's no right or wrong answer. So it's just basically to go with your instinct. So the
Okay.
first one is the gods grant you one of Hercules' abilities. Which one are you choosing and why? So is it super strength, incredible speed, endless endurance, or fearlessness?
Um, I would say maybe the speed so I can get where I'm going at the speed of light.
No. How have you got on with walking down like central London? Because you have to be really speedy for that.
Yeah, luckily I'm a New Yorker, so I naturally have a fast walk. So I'm gonna get there, but if I can add a little more speed, let's go. Because sometimes I'm running a little late.
It's That's me all the time. You're about to embark on an impossible quest. Which Hercules character are you taking with you?
I guess I'm gonna take Zeus because he's the leader of the gods. He could really help me out.
True, very true. Hades challenges you to a contest. Which challenge are you backing yourself win? A singing contest, a dance off, a workout, or a battle of the strongest?
I would say a workout. Hades couldn't match Hercules.
Good one. The Muses are writing a song inspired by your life. What would the title be?
Oh, inspired by my life, it would be called Beyond Your Wildest Dreams, Little Boy.
I love that one. I have some very quick fire questions. So it's the first thing that comes to your head. So your favorite theatre space, so your favorite place that you've seen a play or you performed in.
I would have to say Radio City in New York City. There's nothing like Radio City.
Nice. Favorite theatre show that you've seen.
Oh, favorite theater show I've seen was recently the revival of Gypsy starring Audra McDonald. I love Audra McDonald, and that was mind blowing. Mind blowing.
As in Gypsy Rose Lee.
Yes, it
Oh,
was on Broadway last year, and she played Mama Rose. And look it up on YouTube. Her Tony Awards performance, Rose's Turn, incredible. She's a
um,
master of what she does.
it's one of my favorite films. Dream guest, someone you would love to see Hercules in London.
I would love for Ariana Grande to come see Hercules while she's here with her tour next month.
Yes, as she should.
She should
Um,
come.
she should. Proudest career moment to date.
Proudest career moment today was definitely I got a chance to be a part of the anniversary concert of Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl that's actually available to watch on Disney Plus. It was anniversary of the Lion King in general, the film, the show, everything. So it was a night full of cast members from the movie, people from the Broadway show like myself, and also stars like Jennifer Hudson. It was a night that I'll never forget.
That is amazing. I'm going to watch that, and that's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be my evening watch. The person who's had the greatest impact on your career so far.
I would have to say, honestly, it would have to be Beyonce
Mm,
because I feel right. The impact, and it's not because I know her. I have no connection to Beyonce. Never met her. If I do, I might. I need to know so I can prepare my spirit. I would freak out. I am Hive. I'm Beehive. She's kind of like big sister to me. She's not much older than I am, and I kind of feel like growing up with Beyonce was always a pump of endurance into my veins because we saw how hard she was working. We saw how talented she was. We saw how dedicated she was to her craft and her artistry. And it just always infused into me the same and the same desires to be excellent. I think that she always shows up as an excellent artist. And my goal in whatever I do as an artist is just to be an excellent artist and to give of my heart. And I think she does that every single time she makes any move. So, Beyonce.
yes, I love Beyonce too. Perfect answer. Bradley, thank you so much for talking to me. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing Hercules this summer for sure to see you grace the stage. So, yeah, really excited for that.
Oh, please. Thank you for having me and come on back and see us again.
Yeah, I will definitely. Take care.